Oh my goodness. Crack the Fago. Put on the cardigan. You know what I'm saying? Well, people, this is what a lot of y'all been waiting for. Adjust the Miz-House. I'm gonna open the chat line tomorrow morning, but for now, I got a few things to say. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for the notifications so you can catch me whenever I'm live streaming. And you can catch my latest uploads. Reported an hour ago, he said shit done got real. Really real. Really real. 11 minutes ago, my counterpart, Star from the Star Report, he went live, and he's talking about it. Russell Simmons is relaxing in Bali with a big smile on his face right now. Gene Deal said this would happen by September. Lo and behold, Gene Deal is a part of law enforcement. Mark Curry, wherever you at, Mark, are you happy? Diddy might have knew he was getting arrested because he was spotted in New York this past weekend. He took some pictures with G-Dep. I'm assuming that was in New York. Y'all like the video, and make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. I'm gonna open up the chat line in the morning. For now, I got a few things that I need to go over. Excuse me. Before I go into the Diddy thing, I'm waiting for more of y'all to come in here. Before I go into the Diddy thing, I just want to say, last week, Kendrick Lamar pressed the reset button on the hip-hop culture and art form. And him being the catalyst, he mentioned D1 in his freestyle that was, I don't even know the name of the freestyle, but it was released on Instagram, let's say about 5 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago. This freestyle, it was an eye-opener to me. I wasn't a Kendrick Lamar fan. And he mentioned D1 in this song. I said that this song would probably kick off some things. And D1 followed it up with his jab. And it's getting real. I'm actually enjoying it. I think God got a plan for us all. And if you pay attention to the hip hop culture and shit, the art form, my man Curtis Schoon said it's not a culture because cultures don't change much. Hip hop often changes. T-Money, I'm gonna get with you in a minute. Let me message my man back. If you pay attention to the hip hop culture, right? We not in the same place that we was 5 years ago. I keep calling it a culture, it's an art form. We not in the same place we was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, it was total darkness. It was nothing but chaos. Drive-by shootings, Honeycomb Brazy, King Von, Quando Rondo, AR Ab, bunch of goddamn murderous devils. God put all them niggas in the penitentiary. I don't care who don't like it. I'm telling the truth. We have something that's called duality. You know what I'm saying? Duality. And it's contrasting opinions, beliefs, and truths and shit. And it was a very, very dark place. And all of them devilish ass niggas, they dead or in jail. Pay attention. Pay attention. All of them niggas is dead or in fucking jail, right? Yeah, they is. They dead or in jail. If you pay attention to what's going on online, every week it's a new district attorney on online announcing a federal indictment or RICO case or some shit. The guy, the district attorney in Philadelphia, he's so busy. He just broadcasted from a basketball court because they was going after some niggas called Fast Break. Yeah, that was a bunch of killers, teenage killers called Fast Break. I heard they used to be basketball players, right? But yeah, he broadcasted from the basketball court. He said, "Now you're gonna be in the real court." You dig? And that's something that's going on in this world right now. Everything that's wrong will eventually get right. That's just the law of nature. Anyway, D1 dropped his freestyle today. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. You can go check it out at I am Gully TV _. And he's speaking the truth. The truth is enlightening and it's important. It's something that needs to be said. There was niggas amongst us putting out songs called Percocet, Molly Percocet, knowing that these pills is laced with fentanyl and it's killing motherfuckers. I got a whole bunch of homies who sniffed the wrong bag and they not here anymore because of these drugs and shit, whether it's an opioid or cocaine. But yeah, somebody said God has had enough. Yeah, God is straightening things out, and this art form of ours that we call hip hop, the cancer has to be removed, and D1 and Kendrick Lamar have kicked off a new era. Let's call it a new era. It was some dudes on my album PILLMATIC. Even though my album was a hustler themed album, it was some niggas on there who I would consider conscious or backpack rappers. For all of y'all who give it up like that with your pen, this is your time. This is your time to come on and speak your positive truth. It's in vogue right now. It's in vogue and it's refreshing. But anyway, I'm going to go into this Diddy thing and I'm going to double back on that D1. And make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at I am Gully TV. He says you're muted, homie. Something wrong with your phone, pimp. Sometimes they lock guys up while building the real case. He knew he was going to get arrested in the Eastern District and was probably given the heads up by an attorney. It's probably why he was in an area where he could greet G-Dep or whatever and shit. But this was reported at 9:58 p.m. Trap Media. Have you heard about the 4 Nation drug bust in Erie? That was around my neighborhood. I know all about that. I know everybody involved. I was fucking a lot of them boys' moms growing up and shit. Listen, this is reported at 9:58 p.m. NBC News. Sean Diddy Combs was arrested Monday. The U.S. Attorney's Office in New York said he was arrested in the lobby of a hotel in New York City, according to a person familiar with the situation who described him as caught off guard by the apprehension. Combs had been living at the hotel for several weeks, a person with knowledge of the investigation said. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams confirmed in a statement that on Monday evening, federal agents had arrested Combs based on a sealed indictment filed by the Southern District of New York. Sealed. We expect to move to unseal the indictment in the morning and will have more to say at that time, Williams said. Combs' attorney, Mark Agnifilo, expressed disappointment in a statement. He said Combs, 54, had been cooperative with the investigation and voluntarily relocated to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. He knew they was coming to see him. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, adorning his children, and working to uplift the black community. The statement said, he is an imperfect person, but he is not a criminal. These are the facts. These are the acts of an innocent man with nothing to hide, and he looks forward to clearing his name in court, he added. It was not immediately clear on what charges Combs, the rapper turned mogul, was arrested on, Combs has faced a wave of lawsuits, one as recent as last week, accusing him of sexual assault and misconduct since November, when former girlfriend Cassandra Ventura sued him in federal court, accusing him of years of physical and sexual abuse. Ventura, who was best known by her stage name Cassie, was once signed to Combs' Bad Boy record label. The two settled her lawsuit a day after it was filed without disclosing the terms of the settlement. An attorney for Combs said the settlement was Combs said the settlement was not an acknowledgement of wrongdoing. He previously denied the allegations. Since then, a number of others have sued, including Don Richards, who alleged he groped and threatened her when she was employed by him from 2005 to 2012, and that she witnessed him brutally beat Ventura. Combs has vehemently denied the accusations in the lawsuit, saying they were sickening allegations from people looking for a quick payday. But in May, after CNN released hotel surveillance video of Combs kicking, punching, and throwing Ventura on the floor in a hotel hallway in Los Angeles 2016, he apologized in a video posted to Instagram in which he said his behavior was inexcusable and that he had sought therapy. The video was later removed from his page. Richard, who was a member of the girl group Danny Kane, which Combs formed on the MTV reality competition Making the Band, and later the group Diddy, Dirty Money sued Combs last week. He is regarded as a trailblazer of hip-hop, fashion, and media, having created the Sean John clothing line and launched the Revolt TV channel. Combs' net worth has been estimated at $1 billion. An attorney said then that Combs was shocked and disappointed by Richard's lawsuit. In March, federal investigators searched Combs' home in Miami and Los Angeles. Investigators interviewed several people in relation to allegations of sex trafficking, sexual assault, and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms, a source familiar with the investigation told NBC News in March. The warrant to search Combs' properties came from the Southern District of New York. NBC News has reported Combs, who has also gone by such names as Puffy, Puff Daddy, and Love, founded Bad Boy in the early 1990s. This is a developing story. Please check back for updates. All right. Let me get my dribble right here. Well, everyone, this is something that's been building up for like the past year. For the past year, I'm gonna have to share all my Diddy videos tonight. For the past year, Diddy has been top story online from all types of angles, starting with the lawsuits from the Victim Survivors Act. His name never stopped trending after that. His name has also been linked to possibly being indicted for putting up the money to have Tupac Shakur assassinated. Keefe D is arrested in Las Vegas. Allegedly, that's something that he's going to present to the court whenever he has to go to court. That's his explanation. I don't know. They said he's going to pull a Epstein. They was financially crippling him. They spared him the perp walk. Gene Deal is barbecuing for the whole hood right now, along with Shannon Sharp. You funny. So, he's been arrested. I wasn't looking forward to this. The nigga didn't sexually assault nobody that I love, and he didn't jump on nobody I love. I grew up on Diddy's music. Only thing I didn't like about Diddy really was how he handled Craig Mack. Craig Mack should have been a big star in hip-hop. He was the first artist to pop from Bad Boy, and I don't like how that ended. But aside from that, I didn't have anything against Diddy. I didn't. I enjoyed his music. I was a 3-year patron of the Revolt convention in Miami. Some of the best times of my career. I met him in person, shook my hand and shit. Seemed like a cool dude. He's been often accused of not paying people who he has worked with. I was with Black Rob in like the last like the last 5 months of his life, he was in bad shape. It seemed like whenever people came into some type of hardship, they blamed Diddy. I don't know. I don't know. They said Diddy's on D Block without the locks. He did all the artists dirty though. That we know. I was wondering, was that the case when I seen G Dep hugging him the other day? I don't know. Mark Curry, he often was critical of Diddy for one reason or another, but he only had was on one hit song that I know of. These, you got to keep in mind that these people who had these gripes with him, these are adults. These are adults who had to sign these contracts and shit like that. And I just have to point this out. Nobody went on to do anything for themselves after Diddy and shit. I find that to be a constant. When people fall out with these music executives, they don't go anywhere and get busy on their own. I haven't seen it. I haven't. Lately, I've been seeing Freeway getting busy in Philly. I'm enjoying it. But I just haven't seen nobody go on to do anything for self. You start off by yourself. I don't understand how one person can just disrupt people's everything. It don't make sense. It never made sense to me about Dame Dash with the Jay-Z thing. Like, go ahead and move on, man. My nigga, he chose to go on about his business, go on about yours, and, keep it pushing and shit. Excuse me. G-Dep hung out with Puff last week. Why do you think they locked him up a day early? I can't say that was a day early. I do know, it said in the article, he moved back to New York recently with the anticipation of having some type of static with the courts and shit. That's probably why he went over there and greeted G-Dep. He probably felt that he was going to face the music. I'm pretty sure he and his attorneys knew what was going on with him. We just getting the news late because we on the outside, but he has been arrested. I'm going to open up the chat line tomorrow morning, see what a lot of y'all got to say about it. But the fans, us, I don't think people should have much bad to say about the guy. For real. I don't got nothing on him, for real. I don't. I mean, the video of Cassie, he was whooping her. He was wrong for that. He should be held accountable for that. But I wasn't in a hurry to see the nigga get locked up. I didn't. But that's where we at right now. He has been arrested. Let me see if there's another article available online. That was from NBC News. He definitely is a trending topic, and it's a federal situation. Whatever the case, he's dealing with the feds. So his name is definitely trending online. He's 54 years old. He's born November 4th, 1969. And yeah, he's in custody. Uh-oh, super chat, I see you. How much will he be worth after this? Will they freeze his assets? I don't know if they freeze your assets in civil cases. Well, this isn't civil. He's been arrested and shit. I don't know. I know when, I believe when Murder Inc. got in trouble with the feds, they froze their finances and shit like that. But I believe they probably had they might have had some more serious charges than Puff. What could possibly be the most damaging charge against him? Something sexual? How long do niggas go to jail for shit like that? I mean, shit. He ain't in trouble all like that. Like people portraying it. He's rich, and I believe these is probably sex-based cases and shit like that. It ain't like he got caught with no bricks or nothing like that. A motherfucker with a fresh drug case is in way more trouble than Diddy. So, hey, man. If he go down, he taking everybody down with him. Who could he take down with him? I don't understand. They said we knew it was coming. You think his bread is still enough to fight this Fed joint? Oh yeah, when he go to court, this is a genius that we talking about. You don't get that type of money without being calculated and intelligent and shit. This is a genius that we talking about right here. This is one of the black prodigies of the 21st century and shit. Whenever he come to court, he gonna be strapped like OJ. If he has to go to a trial, he gonna come to get busy. He's not gonna just give his ass to these people. This ain't the R. Kelly situation. I just don't see his situation going like that again. All of his trouble started from civil lawsuits and shit, people trying to shake him down. His house was raided 5 days ago and he was not arrested. Someone gonna make Diddy take this. If somebody like Diddy was to go to a federal institution, I don't see him having no problems. I don't. I don't see him having no problems in the federal institutions. I don't. It's gonna be niggas there dying to protect him. I'm serious. It's gonna be niggas there dying to protect him, yo. He's from the New York City car. His federal number affiliation, whatever, that he's gonna be in the New York car. I don't see nobody doing anything to him. Like, I just don't. I just don't. I don't. I interviewed Kwame Kilpatrick from the federal prison system. And he was in there like a regular dude, man, making chi-chis and shit like that. Trading and gambling and all of that, trust me. And I interviewed him on a illegal cell phone. He's still a legend in my book. The feds railroad us blacks. Reggie Wright called it. Reggie is the goddamn police. You had to expect anything that he was gonna say. Probably was gonna. Reggie Wright is the police. Like it don't matter if he's not actually on the force right now. He's the goddamn police. His daddy the police. They friends is the police. Human trafficking carries life. They gotta prove that shit. They gotta prove that shit. I was told that if a chick get on a plane, if you fly a chick somewhere to meet you and y'all have sex, that could be a form of human trafficking or prostitution or some shit. Whatever the case, that shit got to be proven. It has. Mac Town said, "Why go live if you speculate? Suck a dick. There's no speculation about that. Eat a dick. I'm kicking you out my track." How you like that, pimp? They would freeze his assets if they thought he would be a flight risk. He ain't no conventional criminal. He ain't got no reason for them to think that he's gonna flee. If he was to get on a plane tomorrow and try to flee, they going to where his ass at to bring him back. He got something in those cameras that they want. If that's the case, they already got that evidence, and that remains to be seen. I think some high-level snitching is headed our way. Diddy got some dirt on people to fight back. I think some high-level snitching is about to happen. Human trafficking carries life. He's going to have a dream team of lawyers. I was waiting for you to go live. I would have felt you had more intel on what's going on. I only can report what the news sources is reporting. Don't nobody know his business. Did nobody know he was going to be arrested today? I didn't think it was going to ever happen. Did y'all think he was going to jail? I didn't think it was going to ever happen. I didn't think this day was coming. They just kept saying it and saying it and saying it. I didn't think this day was coming. I didn't think this. I didn't think this day was coming, man. I didn't. He said they finna extort him. Someone important is on the video from one of those parties. I heard that. I heard that. Um, One of the Kardashians' mother might be on one of those tapes or some shit. The brother's money don't mean nothing when people are getting on the stand telling how he took the butt. Gene Deal needs to go down if Puff go down. He knew too much and didn't say nothing. All of them niggas that was telling on him was aware of what was going on. They was. Gene probably hooked up already. They not letting no successful black man keep anything. They always do black men like that. Black men gotta spare themselves, man. The agony of being in these situations. That's just what it boiled down to. He could have had all the pussy in the world voluntarily. He didn't have to be doing nothing corrupt to get no pussy. Diddy can go to any mall in America and just walk through, man, and just point out the baddest bitch, and she probably gonna slide with him and shit. Straight like that. Like, he had no reason to be doing what the fuck he was doing. Like, he just didn't. It don't make any sense to me, but you never know how, freaky and deviant some niggas is. Both kids lost both parents. It's sad. He said Diddy will be straighter than the guy on the streets. The shit that y'all see, let me tell you something. I just have to say this. The shit that y'all think happens in jail, it's not like that. That shit is highly exaggerated. And I have to say this too. You know how you be hearing niggas online talking about everything that happened in jail? We was fighting this nigga, we was cutting this nigga. And that was just them niggas who be, all of these wild prison stories, that's just them niggas account of what happened. And them niggas is a small percentage of the general population. Most niggas in jail be trying to get the fuck home. You dig what I'm saying? Most niggas in jail they try to make it like everybody is running around cutting and acting a damn fool. No. It be some niggas sitting there at the card table while them niggas doing that shit, like, man, them niggas tripping. You dig? It be some niggas that's just minding their business and doing their time, like going to the hole and going to the box and shit like that. That's a very, very small percentage of the general population and shit. Like, the niggas that you see online telling you about all the trouble they was in and all the fights they was in and shit like that, that tells you a lot about their character. Because the niggas that's really, really a problem and really, really dangerous in jail, they don't bother nobody. They don't even be talking and shit. Like, niggas be sitting around drinking coffee, minding their business, going to work, going to do their job, teaching in the education building. And then it's a small, very small pocket of niggas that be acting a damn fool. But it's not like that. The shit that y'all think like jail is like Oz and shit like that, it ain't like that. It's nothing like that. Trust me. Diddy been boogieing a long time. He's not going away quietly. No more shiny suits. No more all in the videos, singing and dancing. I think they closed down MCC. I had been meaning to tell y'all that. Like, these niggas that be having all these war stories about knife fights and shit like that, it be just them niggas doing that shit. Everybody else don't be doing that. It be niggas in there worried about getting a scuff on their sneakers and shit. Motherfuckers be in there wiping their kicks off and shit, like trying to get in the barbershop it be just a small fraction of niggas acting a damn fool. Like, that's not really how jail is. And a person like Diddy, if Diddy was in, he's going to PC wherever he's going. But I'm just saying, if hypothetically, if he was in someone's institution, it's gonna be a nigga there who has power over everybody, or has power over a good part of the population, and say, "Hey, you all right? You with me, man? You ain't got nothing to worry about. I promise you." They said they got a room filled with his paperwork. Hmm. Gene probably already got a deal. I would think so. I hope they get him for that Pac shit. We didn't forget. It's always hard when the feds come from you. They have a pretty solid case. Seems like when he started going against Ciroc is when his trouble started. A lot of people said that. He said watching movies and stay out the way. Yeah, that's crazy because niggas that's free act like they be trying to go to jail and shit. If you trying to go, you will go. You will. I did 3 years and they had nothing to worry about, and I didn't even put myself on count because I knew it was a setup, the gang task force, but the real ones knew who I was and they respected. The Cashy shit did me in. That's all I can say. I couldn't believe it. He said, and they are very selective of who they talk to. Yeah. Puff about to have all the prison hoes on lockdown. He said it all depends on situations. Diddy is black. Diddy's a black man. Diddy ain't no chump. You ain't. Just because a nigga dance don't make him no chump, yo. It don't make him no sucker, nothing like that. He's black. He's grew up amongst black people. He's grew up in the hip hop industry. He's been choked by Suge Knight and shit. Like, he done been through some shit. He's not no chump. Trust me, he ain't no chump, man. He will be. That's why I never. That whole people were saying something happened to Tupac in jail. Bullshit. Niggas like him don't have problems in jail. He don't. He don't. He wouldn't have no problems in jail. They make that prison shit sound like WrestleMania. Yeah, they be exaggerating like a motherfucker. It's not like that. People be minding their business and shit. You're not gonna go in an institution running around just fucking with people and shit like that, man. It be niggas trying to do their time. Them niggas will tell you to sit your ass down somewhere, man. You about to get us locked the fuck up, man. You bugging. Like, you better go somewhere. Thanks for the super chat. Diddy is a CI. Iconically, he was just chilling in Harlem all week. I knew there was something about to happen. Yeah, he was taking pictures with G-Dep. He was back around the way, but they said in the article that he recently moved back to New York. They probably told him, you need to come on closer to us, fam. We about to deal with you pretty soon. Premiere Pro. I don't think he's a flight risk because he would have been left. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Did real fair time. I got into it with the Mac Ballers and the Billy in the county. I got cut in my face 2 times. That's unfortunate for your face. To keep it real, Gene Deal and Mark Curry can also be held accountable if the government try to go that route. Mark Curry said that he was a part of, he said it out of his own mouth, that he was a part of. He said we had bottles that was specifically for the chicks, basically saying that they had roofies and shit like that, and he kept saying we, making himself a part of it. Priest Gang, I appreciate your super chat. Thanks a lot. Wondered what you was gonna say. Now I wonder what May's gonna say tomorrow. Probably some joking shit, some silly joking shit. Um, Probably a bunch of jokes. They seem to giggle a lot over there and shit. They said Diddy didn't know how to produce, make a beat or nothing. He just always had the vision. It was my understanding that it was his idea to take them old soul songs and make something out of them. For instance, one of Biggie's first songs was Juicy. I believe that was an M. Toomey song. Yeah, I was told that that formula was something that he brought to the table. I could be wrong, but shit, in regards to making music, you probably don't have to know how to press buttons. But if you got an idea of, melodies and shit like that, the song on my album is called Magic, and it's Cool Kim from the US UMCs and Willie Ways. I was watching the Fish to Save Pittsburgh, and it's a song on there called Magic Mona. It's a scene where Dr. J be doing a bunch of basketball moves on this hoop court and shit, and the song in the background is Magic Mona. And I told P.A. Dre and shit, I'm like, yo, listen to this. This would be a dope song. And he turned it into a fucking song. So, no, I didn't go in there and mix the shit or nothing, but I had a hand in creating that song. It was my idea and shit. It was my knowledge of melodies and shit like that that created the song. So if Puffy had that much input, then goddamn, he's a producer. I've been upstate before. Most people be mind their business. Yeah. The amount of niggas that's gonna try to rap for him, oh yeah, that's probably gonna be annoying and shit like that. But them same niggas that you said is gonna try to rap for him, them is gonna be the niggas that tell everybody else in the population, y'all ain't gonna fuck with him. Don't let him get in there and put the kufi on. If he put the kufi on, he really ain't got nothing to worry about. They gonna meet him at the door with the kufis and the Quran and the Bible. You can go with them niggas, or you can come and roll with us. It's up to you. Hey yo, I seen this interview. I have to speak on this on Vlad TV, and Vlad was asking Oskino about Joey Jihad doing DoorDash. And this came from Quilly doing an interview with DJ Academics. And then he asked him, what's up with Joey Jihad? He was like, oh, he's selling sneakers now and he DoorDash and something else. And the way that he said it was like he was trying to be funny and shit. But I don't see nothing wrong with Joey Jihad selling sneakers. A lot of people sell sneakers. What's wrong with that? It's money in that. It's probably something that interests him. And I definitely don't see no flaw in DoorDashing and shit. I've ran into niggas who follow this platform in the streets. And guess what they was doing? They was DoorDashing. Nigga told me to my face, I listened to everything that you said about this DoorDash shit. I've been working for about 3 weeks now and shit. Thank you for the information. Something that people need to understand about a misconception about DoorDash. People think that you just deliver food and shit. That's not true. I was delivering car batteries and calipers to new motors and shit to the BMW dealership about a couple of weeks ago and shit. There's levels that you progress through with the company and shit, and there's nothing wrong with getting no money and shit. Like, life is real. Like, people get online and what you see online is people showing you their best. Nobody's gonna get online and show you themselves looking bad. Chicks put on wigs, niggas put on fake jewelry, and that's what you see online and shit, but that's not what's going on in real life. Real life, people got bills to pay, people have hardships, people go through things, people struggle, people need money and shit. And how you get it, Long as you're not breaking the law and shit like that and going to prison and shit, it's an honorable thing to do. Earning money, there's nothing wrong with earning money. I didn't understand why it was a stigma attached to Joey Jihad selling sneakers and DoorDash and shit. I was puzzled like a motherfucker and shit, because we all know that people don't make any money from streaming music. You can make 1,000 fucking records, 1,000 albums. You ain't getting no money, nigga. Not unless you get millions and millions of fucking streams and shit, where you get a substantial payment. And what you often see is niggas be online portraying themselves to be successful in music until they get drug indicted and shit. And then it all makes sense. This nigga wasn't getting no money doing music. This nigga was selling drugs and breaking the law to uphold his image of being a successful musician and shit, I believe. I heard that Pee Wee Longway got picked up. Then I seen a report that said he wasn't in that shit. But I just say this to say, most people ain't making money off music. They're not. Like, some people was trying to say, two clown ass niggas made a video talking about Beanie Siegel. He got a food truck. Ha ha ha. And look how far he fell. And da da da. He probably wish he had bought the food trucks when he was in his prime at Rockefeller. That would have been a great investment. Imagine how much food he would have sold in his prime if he had a food truck or multiple food trucks when he was in the prime of his career and shit. Like, it made no sense, man. And these niggas was on YouTube trying to make jokes and shit like that was something. That's how you know people have no real concept of what a hustler is. You look on TV and you think a hustler is Nino Brown. Nino Brown went to fucking jail, got killed. G Money got to smoking rocks. That's what really happened in that lifestyle and shit. You know what I'm saying? The winner is the nigga that's still around to spend his money and enjoy his money and shit like that. All of them little 6-month runs, because that's what a nigga be getting when you in the streets. You get 6 months, get a year, get 2 years, then you go back to jail and shit. I got tired of living like that. I was doing that shit when I was a young nigga. Come home, be the shit for 6 months, go to jail for 3, come back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on a run. Like, that's no life for nobody, for real. And if Joey Jihad is selling sneakers and door dashing, he got a Maserati. He been driving a Maserati. Like, what the fuck? Like, when you get a little bit of something, it's best that you pretend like you got nothing at all and shit. Like, for real. So I had to clarify that. He said, "You a damn lie. First order ever I got was for a parts store. Start the cap. If that was your situation, then cool for you, fam. Now let me get you up out of here. I don't like your mouth." This is something else that needs to be said, right? I seen Tyler the Creator. He did an interview recently. He was talking about how in a couple of years it probably ain't gonna be no, if things don't change, there won't be no hip hop culture and shit like that. It's because people, there's no. He was saying that most people that do music is basically imitating everybody else. Meaning, a motherfucker start doing music and come into the game trying to be like somebody else and shit. And what he said to support this claim was, just pay attention. He said, man, there's no originality anymore. Everybody used the same lingo and shit like that. And I thought about it. I was like, he right. He was like, everybody's music the same. For the most part, he right. He right. And that's wrong. That's wrong. And that's what makes that song, the music that Kendrick Lamar and D1 have recently released, that's what makes it impactful. It does. Also, the people trying to use money to cover up their insecurities and shit. Like, money can't cover up you being no fucking cornball and shit like that. You can't. You can't. You can't. And that's something that goes on in the hip hop art form. A nigga be corny as fuck, be on some corny shit, say corny shit, and people say, well, he got a bag, or you just mad because he got it. I ain't mad about shit. I've been successful for some time now. I wonder how many people are going to come to testify for the government, and I wonder how many of them are going to be his past artists. I don't know. Earlier today on allhiphop.com, they announced that Jay-Z was responsible for picking Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne. I just wanted to put that out there. So there's no mystery on, who it was that selected him. But Lil Wayne's a junkie. Like, people try to overlook shit like that. He got money. Lil Wayne is a junkie. He said he don't give a fuck about black folks. He don't give a fuck about black lives. He said all lives matter. He took what did he say? I'm rich. I didn't go through that. It's some old stupid shit. People need to remember that. Thing about being a hustler is you can't tie yourself to one thing. Niggas sell whatever until they can do something better. You right. Eve just told a story about Jay-Z hating on her. I seen an interview where it's been revealed that Jay-Z took a song from Non-Brigade. Whatever he did to become successful, it obviously worked, but it's getting to the point that we can't not acknowledge his his predatory tactics in regards to taking other people's hit songs and shit like that. Like, it's too much evidence of him taking people's originality, what they call it. It'll come to me in a second. All I need, yeah, he didn't just take the song, he took the hook and everything. That makes no fucking sense. He looks too bad, Gully. They ain't putting that smoker on TV in front of 100 million people. You right about that. The truth just got ugly. Yeah. Plagiarism. Intellectual property. That's the word I was looking for. Intellectual property. Thank you. Puffy is not really a producer. He does not make beats. That's not the only thing that makes someone a producer, making beats. Nah. That's not what makes a producer. According to P.A. Dre, a motherfucker that make beats, he's a fucking beat maker and shit. That don't mean that he can make a fucking song and shit. Make sure that we have to separate the two. Trying to discredit Puffy in the studio, it makes no sense. If you think that nigga had no input on shit that went down at Bad Boy musically, you bugging. You bugging. You bugging. You bugging. It's pilfering. He says, so if Lil Wayne was a junkie, what was DMX? It's a fucking junkie. The fuck? You think it ain't no sugarcoating here. You don't get that here. It's well known that DMX likes smoking rocks. Say it what it is. Call it spade a spade. What you thought that you using DMX was gonna soften the blows on Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne's a goddamn junkie. He is. Boom, 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 boom. Christian Reed says, do you have a girlfriend? Your mama. Been fucking your mama for some time now, and I kicked you out my chat so you can't retaliate. Go make another email, bitch, and try to come back in here with a retort. tattoos while Wayne is performing it. I fixed his ass. That was. They gonna make a meme out of that one, man. That was one of my. I caught him with an overhand. Caught you with an overhand. You better get to making that email address for this live stream over with, man. I've been here for 50 minutes. I don't know why niggas come in here with that dumb shit, man. I'm gonna be here regardless, man. This is what I do for a living, man. Hip hop, sports, and fashion. Oh shit. Yeah, we got 10 minutes left. Tomorrow I'm gonna open up the hotline, man. We gonna build. I wanna hear what y'all got to say. But yeah, that's the breaking news, man. Diddy's I wonder, is he in custody? Like, is he in a holding cell? It ain't nothing like being in that can for the first night. A police officer told me this one time. He said, well, when we arrest somebody, we automatically know who's guilty and who's not. I said, why? He said, the guilty ones, they come in the holding tank and they go straight to sleep. He said they go straight to sleep. They know it's over with. They know they've been caught. They just, you be mentally spent. You go to sleep. They said the innocent ones, he said, you're not going to go to sleep if you're innocent. You're going to be up pacing and like just ecstatic and shit. Like your eyes won't close. Like I said, for real? He said, oh yeah, yeah. And then I thought about how many times I got arrested and I went in there and I put my legs inside of my shirt. How many people in here slept with their legs inside of their shirt? That's when you pull your shirt over your knees and shit and put your arms inside of your sleeves and shit because you be freezing to damn death. But you know it's over with. He said when I got popped at 17, they told me the same thing. Nah, man, I ain't opening the hotline till the morning, man. He said it'd be cold in that whole tank. Yeah, it'd be definitely cold in there, man. Shh. And you know what's really worse? He said that's that CFCF shit. What's really bad is when you wake up and you still there. Oh, that's the worst. When you wake up and you still there, you be like, damn. Shh, I'm glad that ain't my life no more, man. That's, shh. Man. Shit, I've been there, done that. This is a federal hold, which makes it worse. They got Puffy in the Tombs right now, the same place they had Epstein, am I right? Or we don't know yet. I don't think people that's in federal trouble go to the Tombs and shit. I got sentenced to the feds 5.5 years the day before Thanksgiving, Leavenworth Camp. He said, not when you wake up, when they wake you up. Yeah, they be having to wake you up. It be bad. Shh. They keep waking you up when you first get there. Get up, you gotta go to the nurse. Get up, you gotta go get your name put on your uniform. Get up, you gotta get a towel. Get up. He be like, God damn. Shh. Shit's for losers. Anyway, he said, I believe the Tombs is a federal holding center. He on PC until he get his time. Where did he get arrested? He got arrested at a hotel in New York. According to his attorney and somebody that was there, he seemed to be very flustered and shocked that he was being arrested. Yeah. The Tombs got torn down. I'm about to get up out of here. I just had to come here and announce that. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I don't feel any glory or I don't feel good about having to come here and announce that. I didn't think that he was going to jail. I didn't. I just, when you grew up on his music and you just remember them days, bad, 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 bad boy. You remember that? You remember Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. And you just like, damn, I've been around the world. I've been around the world. And you don't think that you would ever see him going to fucking jail, man. Like, this is crazy. You would think that only criminals go to jail and shit, and I never associated him with being a criminal. I didn't. He said Diddy had it coming. Paterno died with Sandusky with that mustard stain on his jacket. They treated Paterno bad in his closing years. They act like he never was a hero down there behind that Sandusky shit. They said he got what he deserved. 30th anniversary of Ready to Die is coming. I'm not going to agree with the Predator. I don't know what the nigga did. He hasn't been found guilty yet. So, yeah, they did Joe Paterno really bad. They treated him like he was nothing. They basically killed him. I believe the way they treated him, that was the icing on the cake for old Joe. The billionaires told him it was okay to act like that. I got beats, Gully. I'm trying to get on the next PILLMATIC joint. You better start writing rhymes now. Don't nobody beats go on PILLMATIC but P.A. Dre. Y'all have a wonderful night. It's late. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Follow me on Twitter at GullyTV1 and on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. You listen to the dribble. Peace.